Hello, this is the third video in the series on Taming Bigfoot Carbon Footprint Calculator. In this video, what we're going to cover is how to explore and visually display your data in a variety of ways that we hope will give you the capability to learn more about your carbon footprint. So again, we'll start by logging in. And I'll be using my own account, my own data set as the example. And we're going to focus on the Report tab here. So I'll click Report. Now we come up with a visual representation of the data. And over here we can see that this is for the last 6 months. 6 months prior to today up to today, and the different colors represent the relative sizes of the three major categories: home energy, transportation energy, and food and shopping activities. And we'll see that for me, for the last 6 months during this pandemic, home energy has definitely been the majority portion of my carbon footprint. We can look at the trends over the 6 months. So now we see with these 4 different colors how home energy, the orange, has changed from 1 month to the next. It was highest in November. And how that compares with transportation. We took a long trip to Utah actually in October. That caused the October to be October transportation emissions to be higher, and food and shopping was kept fairly low for the last 6 months. Or we can look at the numbers. These are the summary numbers for each of those sectors, and like with data entry, we can always expand these. The individual sectors. If I just want to see home energy, I just want to see transportation, or I want to see everything, we can expand and look at the actual numbers involved. As I said, the reporting period here defaults to 6 months, but we can change that. We can say I want to look at the entire year, so let's go January 1st to the present. Generate the report. It updates my transportation. The relative amount of transportation has increased. If I want to look at trends, we see what was happening before the pandemic and then through the pandemic. And of course, we can get the individual numbers. So that can be quite useful to look at how your carbon footprint is trending in those different large categories. But we can also compare one time period to another. We do that by specifying a second data range. So if the reporting period, say let's take November of this year as a full month, November 1 through November 30. So that's in the late fall. Let's compare that with a summer. Let's compare it with, say, June. So we go from June 1st to June 30th. Generate that report. Now we don't have a circle or a torus plot, but we have a bar graph. And the reporting period is November, and the reference period is June. And we see that the footprint was quite a bit higher in November, especially because of the home energy sector. if we want, I think trends don't have that, but numeric data, we can look at that. Let's expand it. And we can see that the electricity usage in June was higher than in November, but propane usage was lower in June than compared to November. And that's understandable given how the weather changes over those time periods. So again, quite a useful way of comparing different time periods. The final function here on this report page is download a file. We looked at the numeric data. If you want to get an Excel spreadsheet of those data, you can click on download file, and an Excel file will be downloaded to your PC, and you'll be able to use that however you want to use it. I can't show it here in the video, but that will generate an Excel file. And those are the functions that you'll find available to get your own report on your carbon footprint through this website. The next video will cover competitions, and so we hope you'll be interested in viewing that one. So thank you for your attention.